The Off-Field Drama podcast is proudly sponsored by 4X, all types of it, all juice, all nectars. We take all down the throat. 4X ginger beer. We guzzle them. I know you do.
We take it all down the throat. Oh, yes, we do.
Good ad for 4X, eh?
Bring on 4X, bring on Origin.
The weasels down south don't know how to take it down the throat.
No, they take other things.
They take it up. They sit on it. 4X, drink it responsibly. Get it at the Caco. Get it wherever. Just get it. Get it in you. Down your throat.
Buckle up.
Where's the Queensland?
We're paying that.
Welcome to the Off-Field Drama podcast. I'm Sauce.
I'm Becky. La 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 la.
Origin week, baby. Origin 2 upon us.
Must win.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Must win for the series. Must win for the state. Must win for fucking...
The good people.
The good people of Queensland. I feel like if there is a must win, this is it.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of the must-wins of all must-wins.
It's a must-win of all time.
You think about the times when Queensland's been back up against the wall.
I was just thinking that same phrase.
And you just think about how we've responded.
We respond by standing up.
We stand up.
We push off the wall.
Because we get it.
Yeah, we get it.
Like... I think of all the great times when we've been back up against the wall.
2020, 1995, 06, Game 3.
They tried to freak us out with a cyclone called Alfred. He would have been from New South Wales and we fucking dusted him up.
Yeah.
And they wanted to hit us with a flood and we said, come through, but we'll just respond accordingly.
We respond with tropical thunderstorms.
We just respond with heart and ticker.
Yeah. I think this is the most important series game in recent memory.
In the last year.
In the last couple of years, yeah.
It's big. I mean, the thing that makes it bigger is we're up against our bogey stadium. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, we don't play there statistically, do we?
No, not statistically well.
How many we won there, if you want to have a look?
I don't think we've ever won in Perth.
No, we have, I think. Or it might have been Adelaide, I'm thinking of, when in 2020.
Yeah.
That series. Do you reckon it'd be a bigger deal if we won this series or that series? Like, what would be better based on the teams right
now? If we win this series after losing at the Cauldron and then having to win Game 3 in Weasel territory, after all the bullshit.
Listening to everything, yeah.
Those pricks down south have got their nuts so tied up in themselves that if we were to do it with the way everything's gone, you know, with our captain who hasn't been fucking dropped or anything, he just hasn't been picked for circumstances that you don't need to be a brainiac to work out. Like this would be, and you know, we called it with Money being captain. You know what I love? And like, you know, this is...
You called that.
Yeah, called it. Yeah, first thing here on the podcast. You know what I love about Money is, and this is why we get it, Money for the first time ever will be playing with homegrown soil in his boots. Now, if that's not a player that gets it...
I don't know what is.
Well, he's playing with that rocky soil in his Puma boots. Yeah. And he's got 4X Gold, proud sponsor of the podcast... on his boots. You don't see Cleary walking out with fucking Mount Druitt turf in his boots with Tui's new on his boots.
You wouldn't see it. You'll
never see it.
You never will.
And if you do, it's because they're following us as per usual with anything that comes Origin way.
Yeah. They try and duplicate what we do.
They do.
You know, won't be done.
Never be done. It'll never be done.
They're jealous.
I mean, you wouldn't even want to play with fucking turf from Mount Druitt, would you?
Yeah.
Would it even be turf?
It's probably...
Would it be grass?
Be gravelly. Be real gravelly.
I reckon it's probably sandy. Synthetic, yeah.
They probably can't...
It'd be fake, but they wouldn't, but that,
I reckon, you know, when I think of series and I think of games, look, I don't want to make excuses, but... You ever think about like those Origin games when we should have won them, or those series where we should have won?
Yeah.
That one when we had arguably like a worse side than 2020, when like Moses Mbai, Corey Norman, were in the side, and Corey Allen, yeah. Is your mic on?
Edric
I don't know if your mic's on, Chel.
Have we got him in the bin?
The geniuses that set it up didn't plug it in.
We've intentionally started the pit in the bin after last week. After he had about 8 pints and talked more than both of us, we decided that we just start him in the bin. It was like a carryover.
Yeah, it was a stitch up actually. We purposely didn't check it.
So the pit was just completely left in the bin from last week.
What he said, he added to that. He said Corey Allen, and I couldn't agree more. It was the one when Teddy scored in the corner, and it was all even. And, like, God, we had an average side, like, respectfully.
Well, I mean, respectfully, when Edric Lee's representing your state.
I don't even think he was picked. They would, like, he was injured even.
Nah, that year was the one. We won that series, remember?
Yeah. That was the worst.
No, that was 2020. I'm talking 2021 or 2022 when Teddy scored in the corner. Mitchell Pearce threw that cutout pass, and Fergie was playing.
We had a couple of one-game wonders.
It was the game Ethan Lowe played. Kicked had one of the greatest performances. He tackled like 54 tackles or something.
Yeah.
That one though sticks in my mind as an L, which we should have won. And last year, I feel like we just left it out there.
Yeah, no, last year was one we should have got done. But look, the thing is with Queensland, we don't make excuses.
Said at the start, not to make excuses.
We get on with the job.
They're the ones that they hurt.
Because the clock keeps ticking in this state. Like, there's no moving backwards.
No.
But we also do reflect on 8 years in a row.
All the time.
And that's something that we're proud to do.
And you're often met with, you're living in the past.
Yeah.
People have tattoos of it.
Yeah, well.
We have jerseys of it.
We have a lot of real estate in a lot of people's players and kids from back then, from south of the border.
You got to recognise greatness. Regularly.
Something that we like to do in this beautiful sunshine state.
Sorry for reflecting on past victories and dynasties.
Well, that's right, yeah.
New South Wales, I'm sure they wouldn't do that.
No, they would never do that. But look, it's exciting. I still think Carrigan will start.
Yeah.
I don't get that, and I wouldn't be surprised if Nanai starts because he was our best player.
Yeah, I don't for the life of me get the Nanai dropping.
No, it's wild.
Like with Firma being dropped, he's basically starting with a fresh Capewell. It's kind of strange. I think he's playing I think he's playing games, Billy. Yeah, I know he's playing games.
Yeah, well, that's right. There was a wink to us when he came in here and said, "Gents,
we haven't won in Perth. There's only been 2 games with an aggregate score of 82-18.
We get pumped when we go. Usually a game tour as well.
Yes. What'll be if we don't win the first 20 minutes? You'd get a really good price for us live.
Well said.
Because that first 20
it's important.
Is awfully crucial. Yeah. And, with Mitchell Moses out, they bring in Jerome Luai.
What do you think of that?
Well, they've brought in the greatest knob that this state's ever seen. So, look, it's the obvious pick. You got to feel for Burton.
Yeah.
But what I find hilarious is they've just out and out said that Burton is a world-class 18th man.
It's what's the point
How is that for the confidence of the kid that, mate, you're a really good 18th man?
Yeah. Do you think if, what position would he have gone in to? Do you know what I mean? Where would he fit into that? So say if Stephen Crichton or Latrell were out, do you reckon they'd be playing Burton in the centres?
No, they'd keep him at 18th man.
Yeah, who would
Campbell Graham?
Campbell Graham would go in
if available.
What about if Cleary went down? Probably they'd put in Luau.
Well, no.
Where does he go into the side?
No, he's a world-class 18th man, which is literally the saddest sack of shit I've ever heard in my life.
They'd bring in Nico Hines. Dude.
I think he's generally in there to play the 18th man role. So if someone gets the
HIA,
he gets to come on because he can play literally 1 through 13.
Yeah, but that's just sad, man, for Matty Burton.
Especially because he's playing very
good footy. And it's mate.
We don't do that.
We don't know.
Because we're now playing our 18th man out of respect, I think, Kurt Mann, because he was...
That's right.
Manny Man was 18th man.
That is exactly right.
Would I like Ezra there? Yeah. But do I...
We reward him.
Kurt Manny Man. He's 32. He's 32 years of old.
Oldest Origin player since Artie, I think.
Maybe.
What? Oh, today, Boo.
Yep.
Yeah.
Isn't that nuts?
It is nuts.
Yeah.
He's
Manny
done
Man.
his
Have you heard that
time,
song?
Kurt. Who?
Manny Man.
Oh, Manny Man. That's a good song. There was a
Yeah.
great Commanders player that ran out to that. The running back ran out to that. It was a great. I think we actually spoke
Someone
about it
did
on this pod.
Someone did a parody to that about Kurt Mann. And it's
Manny
fantastic.
Man.
Yeah.
Well, that's it. That's a good point
It is
that
a
you
good
make
point, yeah.
because we could have left Kurt Mann at 18th man.
Billy's saying, yeah, look, kid, you trained well.
Yeah,
You did good in the squad.
and no one wants to be an 18th man.
Nah.
That's like constantly being 12th man for the Australian cricket team.
Ezra's our 18th man for game 2. Does that mean we see him in game 3 if there's an injury?
Well, I don't know. It'd be interesting because if we win this, which we're confident that we will win, and win surprisingly well, I might think.
Yeah. 13 plus, do you reckon?
If someone can take out Cleary's fucking legs within the first 5 minutes, I'd be jumping on in a heartbeat.
Do you think we have an issue with kicking? Like long
Nah,
range?
Dearden's got a boot in him. The good thing about Munster having that Rockhampton soil in his feet, mate, the boot, I know straight off the bat, he gets an extra 10 metres with that Rockhampton turf. I think it's the altitude up there or something in Rocky. They breed them high.
Ponga a noted kicker too.
Yeah, good left boot on Ponga. Dearden can, mate. Like they say that Joey Johns knows the Steeden well, which we respect. But us Queenslanders were born with a Steeden too.
I had a Steeden as a pillow.
Well, that's I've seen your old boy use that as a pillow.
Yeah.
Might have fucking had it in a pillow too when he was making sweet love for you. Who knows?
Just on Munster's boots.
Yuck.
It's technically illegal for him to take Queensland soil into the WA. You know those rules?
Well, who's going to call him out?
Yeah,
Well, it's just
Maybe a
it's
biohazard.
it's a very public
flagging.
way of taking foreign objects into the WA.
Well,
state.
let's keep that quiet. I mean, the people from Perth don't get it, so we
Nah.
should be. And I think they kind of represent Queensland in a way, the people from Perth.
I reckon most states do.
Yeah, like I don't know any state that would want to side with.
Melbourne known to support Queensland.
Hates
Victoria.
the Weasels,
Yeah.
the Victorians.
Canberrans are ACT. They're surrounded by them.
Well, they're stuck in between the knobs, which sucks. Not even the people at Tassie, I think, like the Weasels.
yeah.
Really a state that's tough to get behind when you think about it.
It is. For like just arrogance.
Yeah.
Mainly the first thing.
Like, be humble.
The colour.
It's I mean, you have to look at it every day when you wake
Actually,
up.
it's sad. Just blue. Yeah. You know. Do you want to go through the side?
Makes me stick in the sun.
So we'll go off from 1 to 13, or we'll go 1 to 17.
Yeah, right.
Who you would pick in your preferred position?
Right.
Like, you know, if you to have an ultimate Origin side.
All right,
So-
go. Hit me.
Kalen Ponga or Dylan Edwards at fullback.
Easy. Ponga, he's a future All Black, so you're always going to pick an All Black in front of a Weasel.
Bingo. Xavier Coates or Brian To'o?
Xavier Coates, aerial threat, taller, and a bit smarter between the ears, surprisingly.
Tough one. Robert Toya, Stephen Crichton.
Well, I always look for ceilings, and Robert Toya being 20 years old, I'd be going with Robert Toya.
Huge ceiling. Valentine Holmes or Latrell?
Val, because Val's a good bloke and Latrell's just a moron.
Hammer or Lomax? That's pretty easy.
Because
That's so
Hammer fucking sleeps with a Weasel, so you go with the Hammer over chat.
Munster or Luau?
Holy shit. Do I go with Knob of the Year or do I go with a Queensland legend?
Munster?
Munster.
Big go. This is Dearden or Cleary.
Oh, easy. Dearden.
Done. Moving on. Fodawaker or Max King?
Oh, Mo because he's had more caps.
Done. Harry Grant or Reece Robson, sorry.
Well, that's an easy one. Harry Grant's actually from North Queensland, whereas Reece Robson wishes he was there, so he plays for the Cowboys.
This is tough because we love our Payne, but Payne Haas or Tino?
Unfortunately, Payne Haas decided to go south of the border. Tino by Spates.
Cotter or Liam Martin? Grub.
Really? Some people might think hard and long. Cotter.
Caper or Crichton? Do you want
Glory
Kurt's jerk
hole
or
for sure.
Kurt's jerk or or mushy?
Mate, Kurt makes great beef jerky, so I'm going to go with Kurt.
Trent Loiero or Isaiah Yeo?
Funnily enough, most people would go with the captain of Australia, but I would be going with Trent Loiero.
On debut. No, he's not actually.
No,
he's on debut. Game 2.
Yeah.
You got to give it to him. He played a good game in that first 10 minutes. Kurt Mann on debut or Connor Watson?
What? The
That's simple.
oldest to ever debut or a bloke that wishes he was Kalen Ponga? Kurt Mann.
One Tooth Collins or Spencer Leniu?
Well, after seeing him smile in the team photo, Lindsay Collins, because he's
God,
just
that
a
was good.
fucking easy to like bloke and actually runs it harder than Spencer too.
Yeah. And can play footy.
And he's got
generally.
stones. He's not someone that acts like he's tough.
Yeah. Jeremiah Nanai or Hudson Young?
Oh, Jeremiah Nanai, baby.
Thor, Paddy Carrigan or Stefano Utoikamanu?
It's so fucked that you'd even ask me that question. Paddy Carrigan.
Can you pronounce Stefano's last name?
Yeah, Stefano Fuckakamano.
And then we'll go Ezra or Burton, 18th man.
Ezra.
Yeah.
You can do coaches if you want as well.
Billy or what's his name? Daly.
What's his name?
Laurie Daly.
Oh, yeah.
Have you heard of him?
No, well, briefly, but you speak about the kid.
You heard of Billy's work?
Yeah. Oh, my God. If you're wondering why I'm getting a little wood in my pants, it's because
Yeah.
I'd be taking Billy the kid
I noticed
later. Yeah. Tell
that
me
was
that
it.
team doesn't win.
That's a pretty good team.
And, like, I thought about that.
When you break it down the way you did.
Yeah, that's
it
right.
makes sense.
It makes sense.
You didn't have to break it down.
I just wanted to give the shareholders light as to where I was coming from.
Connor Watson definitely wants to be KP.
Oh, my God, man.
Yeah.
Loves KP because he's a Queenslander.
Yeah. Do you reckon who was caught in the stalls with KP? Was that Kurt Mann?
Yeah. And now, you wonder why Kurt Mann, after getting caught in the toilets with KP, is now debuting for Queensland.
I reckon Connor Watson was the one filming him. Like he was jealous. He dobbed him
Allegedly
in.
too, we better save ourselves.
Well, I just
too.
reckon, you know.
Yeah, it's a
You know
thought.
what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a thought. What if that was at the Prince of Merewether?
The pub.
The pub.
Yeah.
I don't know. But
Tell you a good pub. I was saying it last week. I didn't go there. Wish I did, but that
Yamba?
the Yamble in the
Oh.
Pacific Hotel, my
Mate,
lord.
elite. Like, honestly.
it's one of the best in Australia.
one of the best.
Might go as far as to say the world.
Sometimes you feel like you're in Queensland. It's that nice.
Shit, it isn't in Queensland.
Yeah,
I thought
no.
I was. It
Yeah,
was that.
it's in New
It's sort of
South
that
Wales.
chunk of the world that is ours in
Yeah,
Queensland. You know?
yeah, it looks a bit like Queensland.
I reckon we should just take down to Newcastle.
There's probably parts of North Sydney or like northern New South Wales that if they had their time again, they'd change that borderline.
Yeah,
Because they probably wouldn't have got flooded.
yeah. They can't handle a flood down there.
Nah, they
All due
can't.
respect.
Well,
Not like us.
we feel for them as
We
well.
feel for
Like,
the
we
people that
send
may
our
have lost
thoughts
their
and
houses, their
prayers.
dogs and pets, but I feel like they just, as a state, collectively, they can't handle a natural disaster.
Shout out to Mick Fanning's Golf Day too. That's doing great things for that part of the world. We sent some cash there. I'm pretty sure.
We did.
Yeah, we did. We actually do send our love
We,
and prayers.
we stand with everyone.
We do stand with them.
Mainly
'Cause-
Queenslanders, but. I did go to.
What about the Titans on the weekend?
Yeah.
Do you want to stay on Origin and talk about
No, I can talk about what just happened on the weekend.
Yeah, I think Manly are a fucking disgrace of a football team.
They're an awful rugby league side.
I was saying it, listening to the Hello Sports boys, like I couldn't believe how much they ear bashed the shit out of their team.
Their
own blood.
Which speaks volumes. Speaks absolute volumes.
Now to come to think of it, I would expect that.
Yeah,
Like,
well, that's right. That's what you get, South of the Boy. You get your own, like your biggest supporters turning on your own club.
I'm pretty sure they're low-key, like
They're in the team photo.
They're in the team fucking photo.
They're in the top
They're
30.
sponsored by the club. Calling players out. Back fence Brown got an absolute spray. And they said you can't run off the back fence if you're getting bashed every time.
They might pull the good day sign
Poor
off
cunt
the
lost
hill.
some fucking hair off his head here and there.
Oh, mate, he can barely stay in a side. After that spray, he'll be Buckley's chance
Yeah.
of getting another contract. Although I think he actually might have got an extension.
They were saying they have a heap of players. Surely not.
I think he might have signed a
Yeah.
1-year extension earlier this year.
I mean, they signed, like, they have Matt Lodge on their books.
They'll have a bit of money. I mean, the
trial
scary thing is, and you wonder why Billy the Kid, we moved on from our captain. Like DCE, man, he needs to sign that contract. And I don't even know if there's a contract on the table anymore.
You'd think that he would have come out and just tried to shush some naysayers, but God, he was awful. Like, I love the old Skip, but man, he didn't look like he wanted to be there.
No, that's
Like-
a dude that's seen $1 million at the eastern suburbs
Said,
and just saying, "Get me
Pen
there."
to paper, let me finish my career with some cash.
I don't think he
in a brown
wants to
paper
be
bag.
there.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
Mate, I
but-
mean, when you're getting pants by the Titans with no Tino, that's a scary proposition.
Yeah. And they had a pretty good full strength side. Like, they didn't have I really do rate Lehigh Hopewadi.
Yeah, he's very good. He didn't play.
Very good footballer. They didn't have him or that Paseka, and
It's a big
Harmoli went off. God, Harmoli, I've got to say, is like one of my favourite players to watch.
He's
He's
that's a
so
scary
good
guy.
when he's out probably for the season
6
now.
weeks.
But
Nah,
God,
6 weeks.
good. That's good to hear.
Dislocated shoulder.
Yeah. He's one player I'd have in my origin side if he was if I was picking the blue side. Like, I know they got the two they got.
I'd
but
be
shit,
dropping
man,
Max King for him.
He's so good.
He's,
and it pains
he's
me to
so
say
big,
it.
eh?
Do you know his story about how he got picked and shit?
Yeah.
He's like, he was a basketball player or something. Like, he didn't pick up a Steeden until he was like 5 years ago. Something nuts.
He's eaten a few Steedens the size of him.
Biggie Schmoll.
He's big, but yeah, I mean, it just shows you how weird this competition is. Like, Manly dust us so uncharacteristically.
We get
Then
dusted.
a week
Or
later, we dust the Titans,
Yeah.
and now like it's a triangle of weirdness.
It's the
really.
Bermuda Triangle of.
Like it's
Rugby
gonna
league.
take something special, but the Bronx have got the right ingredients right now. Like we're coming together as one.
The puzzle piece, the jigsaw is coming together.
And there was a gorgeous moon last night that was strawberry, but some might have thought it was the same colour of the Bronx jersey, which is a
Someone told me when we beat the Titans that there was a waxing gibbous.
yeah,
Not a crescent, but a gibbous.
Gibbous,
Yeah.
they're rare too.
Yeah. Well, when
only seen when black jerseys are running around at Suncorp.
Yes.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. You know how you said about rugby league, how it is what it is.
The game that keeps on giving.
Dom Young.
Oh, what about that story?
Dom Young obviously went from the Knights to the Roosters, plays his last game for the Roosters against the Knights, and then next week we'll be playing for the Knights.
Well, next day.
Was what?
Yeah.
Next day. So he didn't even he would have brought a full suitcase down to Newcastle, and that was because he was legit staying, which is just wild.
Yeah, he looked upset shaking hands.
Well, I'd
Like
be
he was
upset.
thinking, fuck, there goes my premiership, maybe for the rest of my career if I'm at the Knights.
I'd be upset too if I had to take off a Roosters jersey and then start wearing a Knights jersey full time.
Why is he leaving?
They want to get
Roosters?
rid of him.
Just
He's on
cap?
big. He's on big money, and
Yeah.
he's not in their starting side if they're in the full. If they've got
Who's their wing at Mark Nwanga? And
and Tupu.
Mark and Tupu.
And Marky Mark's now looking for a new
Because
contract.
Billy Smith's carving up, so that Billy Smith's in the centres with.
And then
Robert
you got
Toyer.
Robbie Toyer.
How old's Tupou?
Oh, yeah, he's old.
Like-
I think they're keeping him to break a record, or he might have already broken a record. He's slow now, man. I watch him run around, and I reckon you could fucking beat him over 10 metres. Actually, no, that's
Unlikely.
a lie.
He's
There's no- You wouldn't
33.
beat anyone
See,
over
what?
10 metres.
What? That doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Unless he's on stupid big money.
I'll get it up.
Big D.
He's on 500,000 a
Big Dom
year.
Dom Young.
Yeah.
Surely they could find him in the sombrero.
Well, when you're trying to sign DCE to $1 million,
You gotta.
And when you've got
and then you put KP in your side.
CT7 playing reserve grade
Oh,
at
yeah.
800,000 a year.
Oh yeah,
I'd be
that
getting rid of
Peter.
that. Fuck.
Well,
No
I
one
think they're
wants him,
getting
I
rid
guess.
of him.
Yeah.
But they want us. They've got that front rower that they've just re-signed. He's the real deal.
Nafar White.
Yeah,
Is that him?
they call him what you like.
Yeah.
Nafar
Poor
White.
Sam Walker.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a shame, isn't it?
Is he out 6 weeks?
4,
now?
I think.
4?
Yeah, 4 minimum.
You got to feel for
What about that try that front rower scored?
Yeah, gee whiz, was that good? 40 metres and then in and away on our boy Spencer Sharp that likes to find the white line. And then our Dolphins, I mean, I know they're our little baby brother, but they're humming.
Yeah, they are.
Like humming.
It's good for this place, I'll tell you that.
I bet it is.
You know.
Humming with not a lot of cattle, too,
Yeah.
might I add.
And they keep losing them.
Yeah,
They keep
like,
putting up scores.
I tell you what, they cannot lose for the life of me, Katoa.
Nah, he's very good.
He might get like the biggest deal ever.
Oh, well, I would have to, mate. That one thing where he shows it, he taps the ball to himself like he's going to play under, inside, outside, out the back.
Yeah.
And Cody's playing fucking unreal.
Cody's playing well. Herbie. So they're trying. How many tries has Herbie got to score to break the record?
He scores a try every fucking
Well, he's
week.
8 in a row, which is similar to what
Just
Estate did once
Cody
upon
Walker.
a time.
Geez, no wonder he's short in the any time try scorers if they're going to keep doing that shit. Just pass it
Yeah,
to
well,
him
that's
over the line.
right. Nathan Hindmarsh said he didn't like it, but for a bloke who hasn't scored many tries, I'd be taking anything
Or
I
won a
can get.
premiership.
He just kept bagging the fish, didn't he? He was up Bostock too.
Yeah,
Was
well,
he?
Bostock did the 1, 2, 3, 4 before he'd scored his 4th try, and then got an absolute fucking dime to his chest and dropped it. Which
It actually
would have
hit him
been
in the
fine.
chin.
Yeah.
I'll tell you who the Turby's going to score another one or 2 or 3. They're playing the Knights
Oh,
this week. So,
truck up on the. Can we take Herbie for a double?
yeah, that's a good bet.
Yeah, you'd get
Herbie
a good
double?
You'd get a good price there.
Is that
Jeez,
here or is it?
that's in Perth.
Oh, it is in Perth, yeah.
So you'd expect any Dolphins playing for Queensland?
Hammer.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
That's it, I think.
That's it.
Who
Yeah.
you'd probably
Gilbert's
expect to
Platt's
back
out,
up.
Kafusi out.
You'd back up. And Tom Gilbert, gents,
Better
is,
Saturday.
looks like we might have him on the podcast.
We've been saying that since day one. haven't you?
No big deal. Just
I honestly
just your
think
Dolphins
I
captain.
honestly think you've said that every day
Well,
of the podcast.
That speaks volumes of Tom Gilbert.
Or you,
Not coming on.
or you, big fella.
I'm pushing for a next week, but history would say don't hold your breath.
We need a guest counter, a guest tracker.
Speaking
And see
about-
how many I've got, and see how many Berkey's got, and his will remain on 0.
No, well, I did get a guess, but it didn't go live.
True,
One of the great episodes
and
as well.
he'll be back.
He will be back.
Yeah.
What I will say is, speaking about things about don't hold your breath, my greyhound ran on Saturday night. Talk about not holding your breath. It must have had no breath after 120 metres because it shot out
Shit the bed.
like an absolute flyer. I thought you would have hoped it was a 275 metre race at Addington in New Zealand. Fuck me. You had to run over 650 and it was in the slow lane.
Yeah,
No
Well,
good.
Our multi was looking real good until the Sharks just.
Yeah, missed
know.
out by a point there.
Did he miss a conversion, or he did at the start and
I
then he
turned
kicked
it
a penalty?
off. I turned it off when the Dragons were humping.
I missed the whole thing.
What did we pick? We had the Pacers. You had Pacers.
Yeah, which was good.
Paying $3. Australia to beat Saudi Arabia, similar $3, and you had the Sharks paying $1.90, 13.
Well, they were not a dollar.
they were.
No, they were not.
I think
a
they
dollar.
were.
pretty sure.
They were that short.
You, Jim, what happened was you guys took a leaf out of my book and said you need to start picking things with stones, and I went the other
Well,
way. After
technically
my
we just pick-
Hawkeys.
We just pick winners.
Shout out to my Hawkeys who beat the Crows. I said it again. I should have I don't know why I just didn't tip the Hawkeys 1-39. I'll keep
neither.
doing that. Mate, that was a big win in Tassie, mate.
Lions got bent over.
They got dusted by GWS.
Someone was telling me before the game that they have a really good record at the Gabba, GWS.
Do they?
Yeah, they have a very, very good record
Well,
in the last couple of seasons,
might be as good as the Hawks record in Tassie.
or just in general against the Lions, I think.
To most teams, Tasmania is cold. To Hawthorn, it's like a brisk 25. And we thrive
Why do they
under that.
play there again?
We're sponsored by the government of
Yeah.
Tassie.
Will they keep playing there if the Tasmanian Devils come in?
I see no reason why not.
Yeah.
There's no reason to suggest that people at Tassie would leave us. Mate, they're Buckley's chance of getting a stadium at the moment, which is an utter disgrace to all the people from Tasmania that are fucking, voting for whatever peanuts aren't against the stadium. You guys need to have a good hard look at yourself and see what you want to get out of life, because this will be the last time you get a chance to have a stadium, which will get you entertainment.
That's what
It'll get you an AFL team. You tell us how much you guys are fucking distant from Australia. You're proving it to us right now. You're doing all the right things to suggest you're not part of Australia.
It'd be Jackie Lambie.
No, I don't know who. I could tell you who I reckon it is, but I know I'm going to fucking absolutely say things that I'm not allowed to say.
The Chatfields.
That's exactly who it is.
The Chatfields of the world.
The Chatfields of
She's
the world.
offline now.
Now, you see every other state
Love you, Abby.
bullshit. When you get a chance, to get a stadium, you jump on it. Perth got a chance to get a new stadium. Optus, thriving. The people in North Queensland decided they wanted a new stadium. Thriving. The people of fucking Western Sydney even wanted to jump in and get a new stadium. Combank, thriving. Even Mount Druitt. The people in Mount Druitt are smart enough to push the button on a new stadium.
Yeah.
And life is just better.
Yeah.
Even though it's tough, it's better.
Well,
and now Tassie have fucking got their knickers in a knot over a new stadium.
Even here.
Well, look at that.
Vic Park.
Yeah, but we're leading a part of the economy.
Yeah.
And part of just direction.
How many people are they going for?
25,000.
That's all
which
they
is a
need.
perfect size.
You wouldn't think there'd be that many people there.
There's enough.
How many people live in Tassie?
Well, yeah, I mean, who
Maybe
knows?
a couple 100,000.
Well,
But
they lose their marbles at Dark Mofo from fucking 2 weeks in the year, so they might as well. Yeah, Dark Mofo.
What is that?
It's a fucking art festival in Tassie.
Tassie.
You know what was happening? I was with a shareholder.
Oh, I saw that.
I was with a shareholder in the weekend, right? And he went down to Dark Mofo the weekend before, and he told me one of the acts was two blokes with a dildo both giving it to one another. How's that for entertainment?
Fuck off.
I'm not joking. There's videos and everything. They're on top of a stage.
That is not art. That is not. What do they call that? Artistic expression.
Well,
that's called rape. That's called fucking disgusting.
I'll tell you what.
What?
There was a concert on, and then the two blokes, and it was all part of it. Were on top, and then next thing you know, it's just grab your fucking banana stick and start plugging one another.
No,
it's mate. There's videos and everything.
That belongs in like Germany.
No,
like
that's what you
like
get in
Berlin.
Tassie.
You go into a nightclub in Berlin, you hear that shit.
Yeah, well, it had the makings of that. Anyway, I think because they're all on the fucking tabs on the tongue that anything goes down there. But mate, it's a free for all. You never heard of Dark Mofo?
Thankfully not. No.
Yeah, it's a fucking party bag place. That's me.
Isn't Mardi Gras on?
I think it's bang.
Or was? Yeah. Yeah, right.
No, mate, it's a different part of the world.
One thing I would like to do is go to...
That's what they say yes to.
February it was.
I would go to Mardi Gras. I would love to go to Mardi Gras in Sydney. Apparently it's fucking sick.
Yeah, I've heard good things.
But if they're voting for that, for
it's a free world. It's a free world.
They want guys plugging themselves with dildos over a fucking stadium.
From all reports,
they don't deserve one.
They were thick dildos too. They were nothing short of a fucking hammer.
Level 10.
Level 10. But anyway, Super Rugby final this week, gents.
Great segue.
Oh, God.
That will be a cracker.
Chiefs Crusaders.
Yeah.
I saw, is it Angus Gardner? He's got the keys to the whistle.
He's the worst ref in the in thing.
Imaginary.
He's just... He loves to fucking stick a dildo up a game, up the arse of the game and fucking go, I'll assert my authority here, and fucking he sticks his whistle up the arse of the game. That's what he does.
He does
and he farts and it blows the whistle too much. He can't get it out of his mouth.
Yeah, I know. Well, it's because he's got other things in other places.
Yeah. He needs a hard look at himself, that bloke.
Well,
someone needs to shove a dildo up his ass.
Well, gee whiz. Who knows? He might do that from 9 to 5.
Who you gotten in that game? Who you got? Oh, no. That was a Burke, isn't it?
We are going lower.
Oh, my God.
Look,
spend too much time.
I think because the Crusaders have had a lot of love, I'll go with the Chiefs. I think they'll be ringing the bell at Waikato.
Yeah.
It's in Christchurch.
No, it's not. No, the Chiefs finished on top.
But they lost. They lost to the Blues.
So you don't just get a home.
Did they lose to the Blues? Yeah, the first week. Yeah.
Right, well, it won't be in Waikato. There'll be no bell ringing. There'll probably be bell ringing.
They'll be ringing
Saturday
bells
night.
in Christchurch.
Saturday night?
Yep, Saturday 5:05.
5:05.
Two
Live
things.
and not free on Stan.
Yeah. Come to the Caco and watch it. We got it here. We pay $1,000 a month for fucking Stan.
Yeah,
so
what a
someone's
joke.
got to use it. First game I watched this season was the Chiefs versus the Blues. Chiefs were stupidly paying $3-4, pumped the Blues. And I thought the Chiefs are a good chance this year because the Blues were red hot favourites. Also, the other thing, you look it up, maybe Trell, since the Crusaders have come in, or Super Rugby's been a thing, they have never lost a home final.
Really?
So, they've never lost a home final. They beat the Reds. They beat the whoever they beat last week, the Blues, I think.
Well, and
they won 31 consecutive playoff matches.
They haven't lost.
They've
never
crazy.
Lost. That is an insane stat.
Yeah.
That
Would this be the first time?
I'm trying to dissect that for a minute.
I reckon early days it would have been top 4, so they would have just had to win 2, but it's still
Talk about a fortress.
Yeah.
They get about 3,000 to the game, but
I think the Chiefs are probably the better team, but you wouldn't back against Crusaders.
Yeah, I'm a big Artie Savia guy, but I'm a big Damien McKenzie guy too.
Was that not one of the best try-saving tackles you've ever seen?
I'd missed it.
On Tom Wright on the weekend?
Oh, yeah.
Mate,
yeah.
Tom Wright.
Smiling and shit.
Smiling before he even scored the try.
Yeah.
Brother, unless that Gilbert hits that green halo turf, it ain't a try, cuzzy.
He wrapped him.
He just had the hand under the ball.
$1.90 a piece. Going to be
don't mind Chiefs 8 to 15.
Would you take the Chiefs with the line? What's the line, 2?
Oh, it'll be half a point.
You couldn't.
No, it'd be nothing. It'll
half
be
a point.
cold and wet and miserable and all of the above in Christchurch.
Well, we got to take Chiefs.
I think you take
to break
Chiefs.
the streak.
You take Chiefs with confidence too. I think Jimmy O'Connor, bit of Aussie Queensland blood running around in a Crusaders jersey.
Yeah.
You know what blows my mind, and I really hope for the life of me this isn't true. I've heard whispers on the grapevine that Jake Gordon might have the C beside his name for the British and Irish Lions.
I've heard that too.
That would be an utter disgrace.
Yeah, I don't like hearing that because surely kissing ain't.
Mate, Jake Gordon I've seen do box kicks in our attacking 22. Anyone that does that shit does not wear the... He did it, I swear he did it last year. He needs to be banned from box kicks and banned from wearing the C. He is not a Wallabies captain.
Is he starting 9 even?
Oh, I don't know.
Is that for
the tour?
The British Irish Lions?
Yeah, the British and Irish Lions.
Man, I thought that might be some Les Kiss.
That isn't
for the
what
World
Kissy
Cup.
does.
No, well, that's even... I mean,
That's not our Kissy.
What, is Harry Wilson not
Well, I
in the
would have
mix,
thought
or?
Wilso would have led the troops out.
Let's hope that's just whispers.
Yeah, I like to hope it's whispers.
Yeah.
It's probably fucking Bulldog Richie trying to spread the word.
Stay out of Union, Bulldog.
That fucking idiot decided to tell Billy Slater how he wrote an article about pick and flick, and Billy, just being an art of responses, said, "Brother, I didn't even watch you read your article," which I'd be shocked if anyone read it.
It was a great response.
It was a great response.
Yeah.
He is a moron, isn't he?
It looks like one.
Speaking of which, Sharon Woods, what were your thoughts?
Yeah.
Well, if we want to get into it,
You can rub out that section now.
If we can
segment.
do it, shareholders.
We got something special for you.
It's like sometimes, when you pass the ball to someone and you don't even expect it, but you do it. That's my segue into Knob of the Week. Now, Aaron Woods, you're just such a fucking gimp.
Fair
dinkum, you were as quiet as a mouse for 8 years when you played. You got your pants pulled down by not only Billy Slater, your own wife probably didn't pull your pants down because she was so embarrassed. And now you want to fucking pipe up behind the microphone at our boy Billy Slater for doing absolutely nothing wrong.
Yeah, I think he was poking him. Like he wanted to put his 2 cents in. You know, I don't think it was like a
bullshit.
The way that he said it and spoke about it on Triple M, he had
a coward.
Yeah, he had that weasel little
Bit of cane corns about it.
Yeah. He wanted people to buy it. And he had that little weasel grin. And I don't think he meant anything by it, but at the same time, fuck up.
Like, the amount of times that the Queenslanders raised a beer when we saw Sharon Woods in the 17 for New South Wales.
You'd be happy.
Mate, you'd go and buy a case when the team sheet came out because you'd say, here's the most unthreatening rugby league player since fucking...
Him and Clemmer, when they would run the ball up, and they'd they run the ball up and then they moonwalk backwards for as long as they can and try and offload. And it's just there's no like threat in it.
Nothing.
Like I feel like Billy would have just been like, no threat in whatever you say, whatever comes out of your mouth.
Nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone thinks Billy Slater is a great bloke. Like even when like New South Wales played, like everyone loved Billy.
Yeah.
And now you want to come out and call him a grub.
Yeah.
Like, mate, be vocal when you were playing.
In what sense? Yeah. Like in what sense are you saying he's a grub? Like he's a coach.
Mate, he's such a fucking like. I really don't get it, man.
Yeah.
So anyway, Sharon Woods, you're a fucking knob of the week, and you're also a coward.
Gordie got fired up.
Gordie, respect Gordie.
Yeah, I love Gordie. Backing his Queensland brothers up.
Mate, Gordie was great. I mean, if we had a couple of snips.
I believe one of Gordon's sons is named Billy.
I believe he's youngest.
He's named his son Billy.
Yeah, he's youngest.
Yeah.
And I mean, like Gordie said, he did get sacked from 6 clubs.
And he's right. Like did Gordie speak facts? Was it harsh? Yes and yes.
Gordie, braver on the mic than a player. Now, fair dinkum. Braver behind the mic than a player.
He's not wrong. I mean, like, do you have any memories of Sharon Woods playing? I
mean, I wouldn't use the word scintillating.
Yeah. He wasn't electric.
No, he wasn't fast.
He wasn't a try scorer.
You'd hate to see a step in his game.
Ever punch anyone?
Nah. I think I've seen him run backwards.
Most of his meters. I'd say most of his meters, if you were to count them up, would be backwards. They'd be meters walked backwards.
Meters lost.
You
know when they do a plus minus in the NBA, like when they're on the court, like was the score positive or negative? His aggregate would be out the fucking door.
Like the VB hard earn index.
Yeah.
Never won it.
Oh,
never won it.
Was never even
Negatives.
in the top 10.
He'd be negatives.
Yeah, he'd be laughable.
Yeah. That's what I remember is he would always be in that Blues Origin jersey, and that was when they were sponsored by VB.
Yeah, he had a part.
Those big VB fucking.
He made Piggy Riddell look fit sometimes. How many tries did Sharon Woods score?
And how many Origins did he play?
He scored 17 tries.
Over how many games?
Yeah,
270. Played 14 Origins.
It's a lot of games for a lot of different clubs.
14 Origins is like
only won one series.
Yeah, he's still so butthurt.
Was that 2014?
Yep.
Yeah.
Move on, Woodsy.
Yeah. And
mate, we own so much real estate in your head.
Big forehead too.
Big forehead.
Can
Always had a terrible cut.
Yeah. Can you imagine him, like, did he ever play against Nate Miles, the battle of the foreheads?
Yeah, on that Nate.
Fuck, Nate would have ate him up. Nate would have Nate that. Nate would have ate. Nate would have ate that cunt up. Can I say it clearer? Nate would have ate the cunt. Nate would have ate the cunt.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Nate would have ate the cunt. Say that 3 times. It's pretty easy, actually.
Well, anyway, Woodsy, you're a peanut, mate. And funnily enough, Woodsy, it was a tough thing for my knob of the week because the other guy who really put his hand up was the galah that did the coin toss for the Bulldogs St Kilda game. Now, that was probably the most interesting thing about the whole entire game.
Yeah.
How you can do your hammy throwing a coin, actually just flicking a coin up, is beside me.
Like, you'd think you do your arm or your elbow,
Yeah,
put a shoulder
that's
out.
right.
Yeah, I'd respect that. Like, what was he bouncing?
Jeez, he wouldn't have a good fucking in that bloke. Seriously.
Old one pump Pete.
If he's doing a hammy flicking a fucking coin up, how's he going to go flicking his bean on a Saturday night?
Maybe he was the bloke getting pegged in Tassie.
Oh, he is. Fair dinkum wouldn't have a good fuck in him, that bloke. What's his
He
name?
could take one, but
What's his name? Do we have comms on his name?
old peg Pete.
Hey, it's not Pete, is it?
Nick Harrison.
Nick Harrison.
I used to know Nick Harris.
Yeah, I bet you did.
Yeah.
Mate, Rory Lobb, by the way, you got to watch this. He forgot he was defending and he started leading for the opposition team. And then the St Kilda bloke who was in the attacker, he led the other way, marked and scored the goal. Rory Lobb's wondering why he didn't kick him the ball and kick the bloke, the baller he was marking.
Yeah.
His missus has said he's got to stop getting the dyed hair now, but because he's got a wedding coming up. So,
mate, I just thought of it then. We were talking about it. Joey on the couch with the Hello Sport Boys. You reckon he'd been smoking the hooch, or
He might have
very relaxed?
well, he might have had a few of their
some
gummies.
fucking Eddie's gummies.
Yeah.
Eddie loves a gummy.
I mean, it would be relaxing on that
Yeah.
couch.
So Tom loves a gummy.
Sorry, it is
Tom's the gummy lover.
the vegan
Yeah,
guy.
well,
He's not
I
vegan.
couldn't agree.
He calls them vegans.
I couldn't agree more with their love.
Yeah. I just
Actually chasing a few too.
shareholders.
Yeah, shareholders, that was a wink wink to anyone that's got some. I'm fucking open arms.
One thing from last week, we before we get into one of the great segments, is Wild Bills did get burnt down.
Yes.
For anyone that in that question,
Yes.
if anyone's familiar with it, it's one of the great establishments in Japan and Niseko. Burnt down to the ground. Don't know if it was an insurance job. Don't know the backstory. Don't know how it burns down in snow, but it got burnt down.
Burnt down.
Burnt internally. And it doesn't help when the whole thing's made of wooden cabin logs.
No.
Yeah.
No, not at all.
You been there?
Never.
You've been over that way, haven't you? No.
Nah, never taken
No?
my talents to Japan.
Yeah. Your talents are wanted there.
Well, and wanted, I want.
Yeah. They had this pool table in this one section, and God, like the name Wild Bills, like what do you think happens there?
Well,
Be a fight every fucking night.
You get after
Like
it, don't
around
you?
the pool table, there'd be a blue. It's like the Wild West, and there's no cops. There's no
Really?
nothing. Like it's a notorious place, that Wild Bills.
Run by the people of Japan.
Well, the whole thing was run by tourists. Like they'd have backpackers in there serving, and there's no security, no cops. People just have two fucking Chuhais or two Asahis, and they think they can fight anything in front of them.
It's game.
I saw a bloke disagree in a pool game and smack the other guy in the back of the head with a pool stick. The guy fell like a ton of bricks. Just fell to the ground. And I thought, we got to get out of here. It's going to be a stabbing with a pool cue.
You'd have a field day with me on the pool table. One of the things I struggle with. But anyway.
What? Wait, what? You'd have a field day with me? Oh, okay. Jeez, that's humble of you.
Yeah,
because I'm pretty good at it.
Yeah, I'm I played up in Cairns when I was there last week. Actually got the dub because you don't want to be a sitting duck on the black ball because you know I'm half a chance if that white ball goes in.
Yeah, look, I would firstly say I would dust you.
Yeah, well, I'd probably dust you, but anyway.
Nah. We got one here if you want to play.
No.
Well, we'll do the Are You Smarter segment, hey? We got a song for this.
Bring
Trell.
it on, shareholders.
You want to hand them over
what's
to the
this?
Bert
You
from
got
Pit Squared.
Oh, really?
Pit Squared been doing some homework.
Pit Squared's been.
It's one of the great.
Really?
We got a new song. Shareholders.
Welcome to Are You Smarter Than Berkey?
Let's go!
How good is that?
Pit Squared!
Pit Squared.
Coming in with the gym. That's straight out of Ray Warren's mouth.
Yeah, literally. We got him. He hit him up.
Tell you what, I didn't know Pit Squared had rabbits on call like that.
Yeah.
Good shareholder to have on board.
He's not commentating anymore, so he's got a bit of spare time.
He's got time for an introduction.
That's
15, fantastic.
That 15 seconds cost us about half our $500.
We're in the neg.
Yeah. All right. Well, I've got a few questions here for you. I just prepared well. And I just
coming off a good performance last week too.
So we got 7. All right. All right. So we'll start with one of your favourites. How many sides are there on an octagon?
Oh my God, 8.
Yeah.
You can't.
Why do you know that?
UFC.
That was not what I was expecting. Did you count the sides?
Yeah. I want to know.
Octo. What is octo?
Yeah, I hear them talk about how crucial each net size is.
Oh, are they different sizes?
No.
Well, then what do you mean?
Just fuck, I don't know, idiot.
Well,
How the fuck would I know?
How many tentacles does an octopus have?
8.
Yeah, so octo.
Yeah,
you know, that's just. Hey, I'm not teaching you. I'm just letting you know. Yeah. All right. Question 2. So he's 1 from 1. How many millimeters in a litre?
Oh, this is fucked.
Now, I wanted to make him a little bit harder than last week because
how many millimeters?
We can't have you going fucking 7 from 9. What did I say?
You say millimeters?
Did I say millimeters?
No, I don't think you did.
I hope to God I didn't say millimeters. Milliliters. How many mils?
Milliliters. Oh, I'm going to guess 1,000.
Correct. I actually think I said millimeters. Fuck me dead.
I might have had the ruler in the a litre bowl of milk trying to work it out.
That was great.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Okay, he's 2 from 2. I actually said millimeters. Fuck me dead.
Yeah, I think you're an idiot.
I'm not tag mate out either. Number 3. What gas what? I'm having a shocker. What gas do plants absorb from the atmosphere? So your local tree.
What gas?
What does it suck in?
CO2.
Well done. Which is also called.
Oh, I don't know. I've pulled that out of my ass, and there was no CO2 coming out of that ass.
Which is also called.
What?
What's CO2 stand for?
Oh, calcium oxide. I don't know. How the fuck am I meant to know what CO2 is?
How do you know what CO2 is? I don't know what it stands for.
Oh, mate, all that shit's fucking airy fairy.
See, that's what I mean. You guess and you get lucky.
Yeah,
that's a half a point.
I'm well educated.
That's half a point.
No.
Well educated.
Yeah.
What's in the air? Like what's O2?
Oxygen.
So what's CO2?
I don't know.
Carbon dioxide.
Yeah, fucking duh.
What did you say? Calcium oxide.
I don't know.
Oh my God. That doesn't count.
No, bullshit.
Doesn't count. That doesn't count. That's taken from the record. All right. What is the national language of Brazil?
What is the national language
what language do Brazilians
Spanish?
Speak? No.
Really?
Correct. Really?
Portuguese.
Yes.
Bang.
Well done.
You don't get that.
No,
you don't get that.
No, I don't get
3-1.
Yeah.
What year? No, not 3-1. He's got 2 wrong.
No,
you've only got 2
we're
right.
paying CO2.
You're not paying CO2. You have to know what it is.
Know that.
It'd be like saying, what does QLD stand for?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's an abbreviation,
so it's 2 each.
isn't it?
Yeah.
2 apiece.
It's not like they were playing for sheep stations. All right. What year did the Titanic sink?
Playing for my fucking pride. What year did the Titanic sink?
This is pretty, it's not that hard if you know your history.
Yeah, no, I know
about
it.
the most famous boat in the world.
The Titanic sunk in 1989. Did I get that right? Don't tell me. Don't tell me.
You're playing for your pride.
Yeah.
You have 0 pride.
Why?
Bro, they might have found it in 1989.
Well, when did it go down?
That was the question.
When did the movie come out? Wasn't there? It was a movie.
The movie came out, I think, in 97.
Yeah, okay. So that's what? 8 years.
They weren't the real actors in the movie. You know?
Oh, fuck off.
Like Leo wasn't on the boat.
You are a moron. Mate, what do they do the movie? When did it happen? It couldn't happen much closer.
Bro, go again. Think about
Give
it.
me multi-choice.
No fucking way.
Wait,
No fucking way.
I'm confused.
Yeah, me too.
Don't say-
Yeah, everyone's confused.
Don't say the 1800s.
No.
Yeah, right.
I mean, it was closer to the 1800s than fucking the 2000s.
1947.
No.
It can't be not further down than that.
Very much so.
What the fuck? How could you fucking do a movie about it when it
What
was
do you mean?
But like, hang on.
How can you do a movie about the fucking Napoleon or the pyramids?
Yeah,
what are you talking about?
I just I
What are you talking
I want a bit of
about?
accuracy, when I want him closer to home.
Keep going.
1924.
No.
1910.
No. Higher.
Fucking 1915.
Lower.
1914.
Lower.
I'm fucking hate this game. What a shit question.
1912.
Yeah, right. Oh, yeah, because everyone knows when the Titanic goes down.
Petrelli? You wouldn't have said 1989.
I wouldn't have got 1912, but I certainly wouldn't have guessed.
Would you have got the right decade?
Yeah, probably.
What would you have said?
I would have gone in the 20s.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. All right.
There'll be some shareholders out there going, you fucking
There is no
blind
way. I bet you there's most shareholders that probably guessed closer what I did to what 1912
It was you just
The funniest thing is you said 19...
What?
You said 1989, but it it was found in 1985. Oh my god, man!
Dude, I just don't know.
You're just not around yet.
back against the wall.
I just
there,
never
Sam.
know if is the Titanic even a good movie?
It's long.
It's one of
but
the
yeah,
best.
It is good.
It's one of the best.
Yeah.
Watch it tonight.
I've seen other things that Leo's done that are more my caper.
Such as
Wolf of Wall Street.
No, I love that. Yeah, that's right in my wheelhouse.
The
That.
Departed, Aviator.
Nah, what's that one? It's a real thinking movie.
Oh,
Inception.
yeah. Oh, that's you're up for that, aren't you?
Yeah, that's right.
I like Shutter Island. Shutter Island, where he's in the insane thingo.
Not for me.
No, have you seen it?
Nah, but not for me.
Yeah, it's a bit of more of a thinker. The ending.
It's not more than Inception.
The ending is fucking
Nah.
the best.
You're,
Next question.
How
You
to
got two
Train Your
right.
Dragon's probably your speed.
Good movie that. Ratatouille, if you want to talk animation. What is 14 times 5? I feel like there needs to be a clock for this.
Maths was my
Yeah, I
subject.
feel like there needs to be a clock. So I'm just going to go with a little clock here, and it's starting now.
Really? 70. Yeah, fucking stop the clock, bitch.
Did you get it right?
He did. Yeah.
Absolutely, I did.
No more maths questions.
All right, 3 apiece. Do we want to go tiebreaker or are we going to go 10?
Yeah, tiebreaker.
I feel like this is an easy question.
Yeah, who won
This
who won the Strutty on the weekend? War Machine.
How many inches in a foot?
12.
Yeah,
That's an easy one.
that's way too easy.
I just had to look down at the old fella. Clip.
Well done.
Oh, Queensland by plenty.
But still doesn't know how many days are in the year. How
Yeah,
many?
yeah,
How many?
What?
Oh, you-
365.
Oh, well done, bro.
Yeah, I'm
Only
coming
took
good. I'm coming good.
All right. So you got anything now, or we moving straight on?
You moving to the book?
We move into the Book of Burke. Do you have anything else you want to cover for the week?
We've covered.
Yeah.
I'd love everyone to watch that punch on in the Super League. That was a good thing. And the
Sure.
NBA Finals actually is really turned into a great series. If Pacers don't win, I think that OKC in 6 might be ringing.
I've got one for you. What do you reckon you would have shot at Oakmont?
Oh, geez, it could have been close to 200. And that might be on the lower side.
Do you think the Pacers will win?
No. I think OKC.
Is it 2-2 now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was unbelievable, the scenes at Oakmont.
Pit Squared, what do you think about it? You're a big basketball man. Big 7-footer in here.
I haven't watched much of it, to be honest.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I'm glad we came to the expert.
I think if the Pacers are going to win it, they have to win it this year because they're like on a
Yeah.
generational run. So they won't
Yeah.
have a chance.
He's saying Pacers need to win this year, otherwise they're fucked.
Yeah, they're fucked. Well, I think
Cambosis
last
lost.
time we go to the
He
Pit
spoke a lot of
Squared for
shit.
A
basketball.
lot of shit.
Yeah, what's the go? Did he get folded?
He got
Yeah.
liver shotted.
Man, just like sip your. He's no one. He's a weasel, and he's a
I liked
fucking
him.
doggy too.
I liked him. I liked his like chat in New York. Like just
Yeah.
it was full gremlin.
But if
full
you're gonna
western
do
side
that-
of Sydney, like the shit he was talking, I fucking loved it.
Yeah.
I was getting G'd up and I'm thinking, God, he's putting a lot out here. He's got to win this thing. And he went down in the 8th from a liver shot.
Yeah.
I
He
don't
got
wanna
one on the way down
I don't want to be
too.
taking a liver shot.
Nah.
But fucking
Yeah,
Man,
get down.
yeah.
That's tough. I mean, what was tough too was the Aussie cricket as well.
yeah.
The World Test losing to South Africa.
What happened there? Because I haven't watched a lick of that on Prime.
Well, Starkey
another platform
fucking
we have to play for.
Yeah, Starkey and Hazelwood stood up and had a monumental partnership, which I was calling a match-winning partnership. And then, was his name Mackerman?
Yeah, you got 100.
Mate, turned up. And
Barred
funnily enough, which, you don't normally see these days with Test cricket, the pitch actually flattened out the longer the Test match went.
Yeah, right.
Which it normally goes the other way.
Over at
So
Lord's.
it actually benefited South Africa, and smart by them. They clearly won the toss and decided to bowl first, which probably Australia would have done as well. But real sad for the Aussies because we're a much better side.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Stupid concept, hey.
dumb.
Like it goes over 2 years and they get it on ranking points and all that. South Africa played fucking Zimbabwe to qualify.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
And then they play one fucking game to decide the winner.
I did not know that.
It's, yeah.
And then they played a rectangle stadium too. Lovely stadium, Lords.
Lords,
might I
yeah.
add.
Well, the home of cricket.
Fucking shitload of shareholders were actually
Yeah.
at the game.
Really?
Yeah, amazing how many of them there were.
The schooner scorer.
He was there.
He was
Yeah.
there, yeah.
Not a
he was
shareholder,
there.
but
no, there's
maybe.
plenty of shareholders there. I saw them and they were into their work too. It was pretty to watch.
Yeah.
Wearing the caps too.
Were they?
Yeah, I think
They
they
get any pickies?
They walked home with a bit under their fucking shoulders after wearing the caps, I think. Or with their partners too.
All right. Well, well, we're moving on to the Burkeism, the Book of Burke. And Pitt's just gone and outdone himself here. Pitt squared.
What's he got now?
Here he is, the big fella. Thanks, mate. In the blue bag. We might have to change
What's
the colour of
this? What's going on here?
that. So he's done himself and you and us a treat, the shareholders. And he's basically got,
oh my!
if you can't see, the Book of Burke. The Book of Burke by S. Burke on the
Jeez.
spine. Is that what you call it? The spine?
Yeah, the spine.
called.
The spine, yeah.
That's the spine.
What's it called,
Yeah, I
Trell?
love it.
And then
Trell doesn't know what
tell
a
us,
fucking.
tell us what you're doing there. That looks like a young S. Burke.
Yeah, look.
Finding Burkeisms
What
in,
I'm
in
finding,
his mother's womb or
what,
something.
What,
I don't know.
yeah, look, what I don't know. I don't know. It's it shows a lot of hope and intelligence between the ears too.
Who's the other fella? Is that
Looks like the old boy with a bloody Gatorade saxophone in his hand.
he's got? What's he got? Vials on his thing? What's he doing there?
Yeah,
Dude.
Posters. We'll post
Yeah.
I think he's fucking ripping the back ends of a Gatorade.
Do you know?
sack.
Do you know what's funny is that he's like it's like they're in a little shelter on the beach and
Lovely
he's like,
book too.
it's like treasure.
man.
Like he's like pocketing some treasure.
What library do you steal this from, Pitt Squared?
The Book of Burke. All right.
Righto. Let's
All right,
get into
so-
it. That's fantastic. Jeez, the Pitt Square's been on fire tonight.
On fire.
Absolute
Absolute
fire.
All right. So we're up to
This is a fucking G up.
This
That
is-
Bunnings
this
one was
is-
the biggest G up.
was it not
Oh, that-
Mr.
I've
Bunnings
never
or
applied at
yeah.
Bunnings in my life.
Yeah. If you missed that one, shareholders, it was you spoke on the phone to Bunnings
Fucking-
Warehouse.
Yeah.
And then after you about a job interview, and after you got off the phone, you said thanks, Mr. Bunnings.
Hey, that's a fucking G up.
All right. So number 11 in the Book of Burke, Burkeism number 11. BB12. Wanked off to your mum last night. Didn't even wank.
What shareholder was that about, by the way?
I'm sure.
That's a bit edge, that one. That's a bit edge for all the female shareholders. Got to apologise, but I couldn't. When I read that.
Is that like a visual wank?
I don't know, bro. I don't. Wanked off to your mum last night. ... So he paused. Didn't even wank. All right. Number 12, Burkism. It's referring to one of your mates. Harris, you're brain dead when it comes to street smarts. Because you obviously, one of the most street savvy out there.
I'm not joking. I am one of the fucking, when it becomes street smarts, that is my bread and I'll get you from A to B with no ref at X, nothing.
Yeah.
Mate.
Wait, what?
Mate. I'm telling you.
Do you mean navigation?
Yeah, all of
That's
the above.
That's not street smarts,
that
dude.
Is
what
street,
the fuck are you talking about?
I am street smart.
Are you fucking taking the piss?
No, I am street smart.
Your sense of direction.
No, but I'm also from day to day life, I'm street smart.
Like what? Johnny down at the pub.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Well, I'm just
What do you mean by street smart?
I'm street.
You're smart in them streets. You're about that life.
I'm smart between the bitumen.
Yeah. Maybe next week's segment, are you street smarter than Berkey? We'll go, how do you get your photo and go, how do you get from A to B?
Yeah.
All right, number 13, Berkeyism. I'll be flowing.
Huh?
I'll be flowing.
Yeah, I'll be flowing. I'll be fucking up and about. I'll be flowing, baby.
Yeah, I can respect that. I can get around that.
I don't know.
Number 14. This one makes a lot of sense after the Titanic debacle. How long ago was World War III?
I've been waiting for this one for so long. I've copped shit for this.
What, for the war? Or?
No.
We're still waiting.
This thing in Burke, the Book of Burke, that particular line has been one of the lines that haunted me for my whole 30 years.
Yeah, I think will continue to. When did you say that? And how?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I must have been in it talking about history, and I don't know. It feels like there is a World War III, or has been, just not diarised.
Jesus. So number 15. This one you're gonna have to, I don't know, maybe explain it. So you're at shareholder's house, and he lives in an apartment. So Uber Eats rang up to the place. Berkey answers the phone and tells him to buzz up, and then hangs up.
Yeah, I was a bit under the. I do remember this. I'd had a bit of that.
Under the weather. Yeah.
I'd had a bit of that. You know what?
Couple goldies.
A couple of 4X goals, if we can put it like that. And for some reason answered it, and and then continued to complain as to why he didn't drop off the Uber Eats.
Yeah, right. Yeah, but he was just still hanging out downstairs.
Yeah, buzz up, and I hang up. And then the boys go, is he coming up? I was like, yeah. And they were like, well, you didn't fucking tell him, So.
Mate, I had a fucking Uber Eats driver. It took about an hour to get it. I ordered #burgers and waffles. Great feed. And the bloke got 3 minutes away. It was like 45 minutes. I'm waiting. And he cancelled it. So I reckon he crashed or something on his bike. He was 3 minutes away, and then I reordered the same thing. I had to wait another hour. This is the last one, but I have already said it. I couldn't help myself with this the other week. Number 16. I can't wait to be sailing in the Swiss Alps.
Yeah.
One of the greats.
Yeah, one of the greats. I know. Good place to sail too.
Yeah.
I think they went under. I think there was a fucking thing in the Swiss Alps.
What? An avalanche?
Yeah, an avalanche. No, it wiped out a whole
Good place.
town.
A tsunami or an avalanche? Because you can sail there apparently. You can't do both.
Yeah, tsunami. No, an avalanche, you moron. Did you see that in the news?
Nah.
Was it the Swiss Alps? I think
A
it was
huge chunk of the
Switzerland.
glacier in the Swiss Alps collapsed.
Hey, watch your news.
So you know you
gents.
can't sail there.
Yeah, duh. It was a metaphor, you moron.
Mate, you're in no place to be saying the moron word. The M word.
Do we get a same game running?
Yeah, we have to. And we have to post it this week. Or
Just
maybe
got-
that's the formula. Don't post it. Because they seem to win, or mostly win.
Just got a text from the trainer about our dog.
We won't be back in that.
Reckon she was off her head on Sunday like she hadn't even raced. It's like, right, well,
Yeah.
you cost us a fucking arm and a leg to go around. so.
While you tee one up, I know who I'm throwing in.
Who?
Queensland.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm going to go 1 to 12. Add on some juice. And I just want to give shout out to my mate, little Chodley boy, Fishy. Had his 30th down in Ashby in Yamba.
And Maxie.
Fucking ripper. And Maxie, yeah. Boys are we're getting old.
Oh,
getting real old, man.
30's young, brother.
But it was a great time. His parents put on a feed. He made a bit of food. It was fucking good time. Singing some piss, some super dries.
Yeah.
A couple goldies. Crushing
would have been
tins.
underdone.
Played a bit of croquet, bit of bocce.
Yeah, okay.
You know? Good fun.
Nice one.
It's fucking cold too.
Righto, so we're going pretty crazy with 275.
Do you want to 1 to 12's 360?
Yeah, that's one.
Do you
That's
wanna
1 to
just bang-
12.
do you wanna just bang
No, 1 to 12.
Okay.
1 to 12. We're at home too, which I don't think we normally are the home side at
No, I was
Perth.
saying-
which-
Yeah.
what?
We just locked eyes thinking, what are you talking about? We're not at home in Perth.
We are. We're the home team.
No, we're not, dude.
We're officially the home team.
That means nothing.
It means a lot when we've been the away team the last time we've played there.
What difference does it make if we're
Well,
away there?
I'll
Do we
tell
get
you
the-
what
they
it'll
have different
make.
sheds
We're in
or
the
what?
home lockers this
Yeah.
time, and you hit them. We play way
Fuck,
better
the
out
advantage
of
of that.
mate.
I'll
We
tell
play
you what.
way better out of the home lockers at Optus Stadium.
What have they got in there that we
Watch
don't?
it. Watch this space.
So who are you going?
I'm going Queensland 1 to 12.
That was mine.
That's, yep.
Oh yeah, well that's yours. I'm going. I went last time and I'll do it again. I'm actually going to change it up. I'm going Ponga.
Oh, fuck, I already... Okay, yeah, like it.
Ponga anytime.
Ponga anytime, yeah, for sure.
Jesus.
And I reckon Xavier Coates. Well, you go Ponga, I'll go Xavier
Alright,
Coates.
yep.
That's
You're just
good.
giving him his.
22-25.
22-30. Yeah,
Well,
round up.
do we get it? Yeah, round up. 25-50, the good people at Sports.
Power play it.
Power
Yeah.
play it. We'll put that up.
Yeah,
Maybe put that up
I mean,
now.
I will because you won't.
Put that up now for
Yeah.
the shareholders.
Put 50 on that and you get a Gino and a bit. You get a Gino and some change.
Fucking Jew a good Gino.
Player of the match. Who do you think?
Munster.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, I reckon Dearden.
Yeah, that's a good shout. I'm going to go someone a bit grey.
Jeez, I need a stat.
And I'm going to say Harry Grant.
Yeah,
Because he
was-
fucking needs to. He needs to, bruh.
Mate, Queenslanders shareholders, they're going to need to hear you in Perth.
Yeah.
Everyone grab a 4X can and cheer like it's the last 4X you're
Who's
drinking.
Legend of the Week, just quickly?
Legend of the Week. Look, it's actually an AFL player, Sam Darcy.
Yeah.
Mate, if he's not the next big thing in AFL, I don't know who is. Get around the kid. He was meant to have an ACL and he fucked it. Mate, he's the real deal.
Yeah.
Get on him.
Sam
Big
Darcy.
win by War Machine. That was probably the most underwhelming Legend of the Week
I
I've
like
ever had.
War Machine.
That was
I
a huge
often
win.
seem to get on it when it wins.
Cool Archie and the JJ Atkins.
Big win.
Big win. And anyway, gamble responsibly. Fucking Queenslander.
Drink some
And
4X.
get stuck into Woodsy, the fat fuck.
Yeah.
Righto, play this.
Righto, shareholders. Have a good week.
Where's the Queensland spirit now?
He's gonna put it.